Mike Vrabel, excellent as he always is on our show yesterday, and he got people in their feelings from Buffalo, from the greater state of New York, really. Here's what he had to say when asked about the officiating in Sunday's loss to the Bills.
It is a difficult job. They do have a difficult job. The consistency, sometimes I struggle with it. I'll say this. The Bills lead the NFL in offensive holding. And I'll leave it at that.
Right.
And that would be hard for me to understand how the team that is coming into the game leading, and that's how they play, didn't have one yesterday.
Right.
So
Well,
that's hard for me to understand.
Okay.
So that's what he had to say.
Uh-huh.
Then social media blew up. Syracuse.com headlined, Patriots coach can't accept defeat gracefully, blames refs after blowing massive lead to Bills. Then I found Sal from WGR 550, and he reiterated what Vrabel said and then had this to say.
What a crybaby. Holy cow. A head coach in the NFL after his team blew a 21-0 lead, who, by the way, was benefited from a hold call that negated a touchdown on the Bills, which was a good call, Osiris Torrance, goes on the radio the next day to say, I can't believe they didn't call holding more on that team. Holy cow, go find this clip, folks. It's amazing.
Am I the only one that thought he was pretty measured in the way in which he responded?
He was whining about the officials.
No.
He was asked about it.
He was
Also,
It's fair to point out also because when you look at it statistically, yes.
I also think the offensive holdings he was referring to were more in the run game. That one that Sal specifically brought up was in the pass game. And they scored a touchdown on the next play anyways.
right.
I mean, I do. He did volunteer that stat about the holding calls. We didn't ask him how many. I agree. I think he's awesome, but I stood out to me the same way that there was 83 days in between their last loss. I think that there are certain things, and he understands the medium better than most people, especially the guy that preceded him. The Bills are so fraudulent on this. If you do any Google search about Sean McDermott, he blames the AFC Championship loss on the refs. He's mentioned the horrible officiating and other playoff losses. That game, if you're leading the league in holds and you're dropping back as much as he was, then odds are they missed holding calls.
Curtis, that's exactly what I was just going to say. I just find it so funny when Sean McDermott is your head coach for you to then come at our head coach, who I felt throughout the entire interview yesterday was very measured when it came to that loss, why they lost, the officiating part of it. To jump out and say that Mike Vrabel is a crybaby or say that he couldn't handle defeat gracefully is so far-fetched.